Why did you shift your career from engineering background to the neuroscientist field? Why should more of us actually take time while deciding the career? How can we, network with the people in the LinkedIn content creation market and in
LinkedIn,
general?
okay, even though it's not number one in numbers of subscribers here worldwide,
Yeah,
but it's number one in social media, in all social media, in leads of B2B. So it means that if you want to make business, there is no better place to be
yeah.
rather than LinkedIn.
No.
So if you want to start your business, go for LinkedIn. And here, you guys are only focusing on productivity, but you are doing it at any cost. And there are some other healthy ways in order to achieve the same. And that was exactly what I wanted to talk.
Have you ever felt like
Yes. Yes, no, you are completely right. Yes, I also can resonate with it. Yes, so, and again, thank you again for the invitation. I think that it is also very interesting. Yes.
that? Yeah.
And also talking, because when I'm talking to you, I'm not only talking with DEBMALYA, I'm talking also with all your generation. That I also could give as an advice here is stay in contact with yourself. You know, like try to find out what your values are, because
Hey, hello everyone. I am DEBMALYA SEN, and in this podcast, here CRSTIANO COELHO is with us. She is a neuroscientist and she is great doing in LinkedIn content creation also and helping others in this mental issues and depression anxiety field. And he is from engineering background and he shifted from engineering to neuroscientist field. So we will talk about the LinkedIn content creation and mental health issues, how he gained so much knowledge about this field from the engineering background and he shifted from engineering to this neuroscientist field. So let's get into it.
Hey, how are you, Cristiano?
hi DEBMALYA, I'm great today. How about you? How are you feeling now?
I'm good. I'm good. So today we are just talking about the mental health issues and the LinkedIn content creation. So can you just do your intro to the audience over there who don't know you?
Yes, sure. Yes, my name is Cristiano. Yes, I am a neuroscientist, also expert in emotional intelligence. I am Brazilian, but I live here in Germany since 2018. And I also have a second job, which is, in fact, is my primary job. I work as a child coach for culture. And part-time, in another part of my time, I dedicate my time for working with topics which are regarding neuroscientists and also emotional intelligence. And thank you a lot, yes, for this incredible invite. So I'm really, really happy staying together with you and also with your audience today here. And yes, let's just get started.
Sure, great. So my first question is about the LinkedIn content creation and your life journey and the career. Why did you shift your career from engineering background to the neuroscientist field?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question indeed, because as I said, I have engineering background. Yes, I hold both bachelor and also master's degree in business engineering. But since early stages in my career, I always worked with people. And I noticed that maths, when you are dealing with people, is not that helpful, I would say. Math is great and it really helps when you are really working in other areas of engineering. But when you have to deal with people, you really have to be good at relationships, at building healthy relationships. And then I noticed that I was getting more and more interested in the human mind, how people behave, why people behave in that way, and so on. So I always was interested, for example, in psychological topics, in emotional intelligence, and so on. And then when I moved here to Germany in 2018, I worked as agile coach, which is my role until now. And then I noticed that even more I had to really to master um, these psychological topics, these emotional topics, in order to better deal with people. And then that was not something that was really planned. It was something that was like a call. I really got this call, and I think that that was in the end that I recognized in myself my purpose. Yes, in connecting with people and helping them at my best way. And then I found that pursuing a career in neuroscience and also with the support of emotional intelligence, I could better help people, not only in my work, but also in life in general. So that was the way that I shifted my career from engineering to human personal development.
That's great. The great journey. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's great, Cristiano. So I would like to ask you the next question in my list. So the next question is, why should more of us actually take time while deciding the career? Because after choosing a career, you cannot just go back to the first career so easily. So should we just take time before choosing the career or just shifting the career?
Yeah, so that was a very interesting question because it also happened to me. Yeah, so my first bachelor course was automation engineering.
Okay.
And then when I was in the middle of my course, I noticed that that was not for me. Like I was just not feeling that I would like to work with that for the rest of my life. And then I changed. Yes, so in the middle of my engineering course, I changed, and then I shifted to business engineering.
Okay.
And I really found myself. And that's completely normal. It's completely fine that you also change our opinions on some things. Back then, for sure, I didn't got the right orientation. Yes, that this also could also help me to save some time. Like for shifting from one direction to a new one. But one thing that I also could give as an advice here is stay in contact with yourself. Like try to find out what your values are, because when you have clarity on your values, for example, everything else gets clearer. Like so you really have clarity about which direction that you should take, the topics that you feel more comfortable to talk about, and probably these topics are also something that you'd like to further work with. Like so try to start as soon as possible to create this self-awareness, like so getting in contact and getting to know yourself better. I think that this is one of the best ways in order to save a bit of time, even though it's not a problem at all if you, for example, change your opinion in your journey and just reroute everything and even start things from scratch. That's completely fine.
So I just read your an article about the gut feeling and all. So I'm sure you believe in the gut feeling and intuition. So have you ever faced anything like that?
Yes, and it's very interesting your question, especially because gut. Every one of us we have guts. Yes, otherwise it's not just able to live.
Yeah.
But the thing is, even though every one of us we have this gut feeling is not taken for granted. We really have to develop it. Okay? So many other people, they call it in all the different ways. Okay, so also depend on the culture. Some people call it as the intuition. Some other people call it as this inner voice. Other people call it as the sixth sense. Yes. Mm-hmm. So there are many ways in order to relate to the same thing. But I think that this is real. Okay. This is mainly because of the connection between the gut, our gut, and our brain. Yes, and one impacts each other. Yes, one interferes in each other's functions. And the thing is, we are only able to access it if again we are in connection, in a deep connection to ourselves. Okay, so this is great, yes, that we have this extra power. Okay, so for me, it's a really extra power because when you are done with the data or you have lots of options in front of you, and most of them they seem very attractive and very appealing, yes, to your eyes, and then sometimes it's missing something, and this something else can be completely covered by our gut feeling, something that you cannot explain consciously. Yes, we can explain it according to the biology of our body. This is completely fine, but sometimes it doesn't make sense for us. But the thing is, if you are in contact with yourself, you are able to develop your gut feeling, and this is definitely a successful key factor for you that you can count on for making better decisions.
Okay, nice. Because I have also faced something like that. Because when sometimes I get demotivated and all, and then I suddenly feeling like quitting up and just giving up on the things. We shouldn't give up on the things which are harder for us, which are making us more capable of life, because life is not easy and it's not fair at all. Sometimes it's get too much complicated for us, like, you know, the from teenage you will get to learn about the things like facing difficulties around your career, your family, your health issues, your relationships and all, so it affects a lot. That's why.
Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. So, I mean, we have lots of resources. Yes, internal resources. I mean, so let's just access them. Let's just take them most of it. You know, like, so let's just because as you said, life is neither easy nor fair.
No.
So how we can do things which is completely up to us in order to bring us this better life that we are pursuing. So just let's do it, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. So the next question is,
why did you choose the mental health niche?
Yeah. In fact, this is something which is increasing, yes, day after day, and I noticed that this is happening since the episode of the pandemic, yes, and this is far away from being solved, yes. And then, in fact, since I work primarily with high performance, I also noticed that people who were pursuing to increase their productivities, they were used to doing it at any cost. And then I started to notice that, and I also wanted to teach them that there is a way in order to be productive, yet with mental well-being. So this is the reason why that I decided to write more, yes, on LinkedIn. You asked me in the beginning. Since the beginning of the year, I am digital influencer for LinkedIn, and most of my content in the platform, they are related to mental well-being, productivity in a sustainable way. So this is the main reason why that I prefer to pick this niche, and because there's so many things that we have to learn, including myself. Yes, I'm learning day by day, in order to how we can really achieve this so-called high performance, yet with mental well-being.
hey, nice. That's a great reason.
Right.
So yeah,
why did you choose the LinkedIn before the Instagram and all YouTube?
what is the reason of yours?
Yes, so this is a very interesting question. Yes, because if you stick to numbers, yes, in terms of social media, Facebook is the largest social media in the world with in numbers of subscribers. Yes, and then there are other social medias as Instagram, TikTok, and then LinkedIn. LinkedIn's number 4th.
Yeah.
But LinkedIn has like something special in it, which is LinkedIn is only for professional purposes. Yeah. So you're not mainly or mostly you're not talking about your personal life. You're not like bringing memes. You're not like bringing some other things which are not professional related. And since I wanted to spread the word. Yes, I really wanted to tell the world, look, I'm here. You guys are only focusing on productivity, but you are doing it at any cost. And there are some other healthy ways in order to achieve the same. And that was exactly what I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk to, especially to these business people who were trying this in a completely non-structured way. That was the main reason why that I decided to go for LinkedIn instead of other platforms. Yeah, so really considering also to go for other platforms.
Yeah.
But my first platform, my first social media of choice was LinkedIn, and then I started to post it on with consistency, on a regular basis since January this year. And then in March this year, I was invited for being their part of their team of digital influencers.
That's great. I have seen that. That's great. So, do you feel like LinkedIn has something special before the Facebook or Instagram and all? Because I have seen that many people don't actually use Facebook, as regular user in the Facebook is decreasing day by day, and I for sure I know for sure I could predict that Instagram will also be right there like Facebook after 5 years or 7 years. But LinkedIn and Twitter is thriving, and great people are in LinkedIn like you, and they are just posting several useful stuffs, not like just memes, just Facebook things and all.
People just use Facebook just for the memes and all. Yeah, right. And there is nothing like useful stuffs. So I found LinkedIn so much useful, and then I followed you, and I asked you for this podcast, and
here we are.
And again, thank you again for the invitation. I think that it's also very interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
And also talking, because when I'm talking to you, I'm not only talking with DEBMALYA, I'm talking also with all your generation. So I think that's also very important. I think that probably there are more questions that will pop up regarding Generation Z and so on. But I think that's very important to talk to your generation and through you. Yes, you here, you are the instrument, and I think that's great that you can serve, that you are in the service of others and bringing a message also to the younger generation. Yeah. So I'm not that active in Facebook. To be honest, I'm not active in Facebook at all.
Me too.
I think.
Yeah.
And I think that everything that I need in terms of posts, in terms of content, I already can find it on LinkedIn. So this is the reason why that I am mainly on LinkedIn. And as you said, LinkedIn is great, yes, for your professional development, but also for your personal development. Yes, for example, yesterday I released an article that I talked about the benefits of mindfulness. Yes, and anyone, doesn't matter if you are already in the work market or if you are still a student, this can be used by anyone. So I think that this is something that many people can get benefit from, and I think that you mostly can find most of everything that you want to look for either on the professional field or on the personal field in one single place, and I think that LinkedIn is great for it.
Yeah, I also found that useful. How can we network with the people in the LinkedIn content creation market and in general in online stuffs, in online platforms?
Yeah, I would say there's no secret formula for it. Yes, you really definitely should just get it started. Yes, and you also can start from the topics that you are more interested in. Yeah. So, for example, if you are interested in personal development, for example, you also can even bring some personal experiences and what you learned from it, and why doing this, because people also can learn from your own experience. So when we are able to share things with others, yes, and then you can really start to build a community. Yes, because as soon as you are posting more things that you are also interested in this is also attracting people who are thinking almost the same like you, or who are facing most of the problems that you are also facing. So I think that this is great, especially for your generation, yes, who are facing so many challenges in life, and most of these challenges, they are not even talked about.
Yeah.
So I think that this definitely could be used as a chance also for sharing your own personal stories, but also your learnings, what you are learning from it, and how these learnings, how these things also can be served as a takeaways for others, and then suddenly you can even notice, oh my goodness, so I'm really starting to create a community, but not even intentionally, so it's just like organically, which is great.
Okay. So, but have you ever felt like, hesitating from talking to new peoples and messaging them on LinkedIn?
Yes, sure. I mean, every time that we are able to, because this is also a show of courage, yes?
Yeah.
So when you are able to tell the world about your opinion, you also have to understand that many other people also won't agree with your opinion, which is completely fine. Yes, we are unique and marvelous human beings on this planet, yes? And we don't have to think the same, definitely not. But still we have to be respectful. Yes. So I think that there's nothing to fear, for sure. No, there is nothing to fear. It's only having this respect in mind to say, okay, I am Cristiano. I think like this. This is my opinion. It doesn't mean which is true or not, which is right or wrong. Yes, but this is my opinion. And then feel free to join me. Yes, in my understanding, and also contribute to it. Yes, in order to also to learn me, to teach me other things that I may not know. Yes, but also in a respectful way. Yes, because I mean, people who will disagree with your opinions, they will be everywhere.
Yeah.
But how you are approaching these people and how you are also allowing these people to approach you, this is a completely game changer.
Yeah, basically for me, I also face something like that because it's an obstacle for many younger people out there who are just starting the LinkedIn content creation, or maybe in general the social media game. Have you ever felt like
Yes. Yes, no, you're completely right. Yes, I also can resonate with it. Yes, so I think that especially in the beginning for any content creator like me, I also was in this place, so I completely understand what you say, because I was also in this position that I didn't know how to handle well with criticism, with judgmentals, with haters, so this is something that is not only about me, it's not only about others, it's something that you can find everywhere you go. Yeah. So I think that the most important thing is how you are dealing with it, what's your internal state of it,
Right.
and how you can better handle with that in a way that this is not really harming you. So as soon as you protect yourself, from this outside world, I think that things get easier. And to be honest with you, and if I also can just leave here a suggestion, haters will always hate. Doesn't matter if it's about you, towards me, or towards any other person, because there will be haters everywhere at any time. So that's why you have to work on this inside you. Okay, since you have your internal state really prepared, and then you are not allowing that these outside threats are really impacting or attacking you.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's you have to be courageful and the powerful enough to face these things. Yeah, there will be a lot of haters out there, but that's the thing. Yeah. So the next question is,
what are the posting strategies we should use if we follow and if we want to grow on LinkedIn?
Yeah, so it's very interesting question, because when I started in this content creation field, something that I learned that really helped me back then was, okay, this doesn't come from me, okay, that was something that I read on the internet, but that's really impactful, and this is really a North Star for me, okay? And the saying is something about, do not try to embrace the world, but rather embrace your world. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And what means about it? Yes, do not try to please everyone, or do not try to speak when you are creating your content. Do not try to embrace the whole world. Also, in terms of trying to speak to different niches. No, you definitely should identify your niche and only talking to them. Talking to them. Okay. And why? Because you are getting focused, yes. So you can increase your engagement, because you are also attracting people who are thinking the same like you, okay? And these people are also contributing with comments, with generating conversations and so on. And you also do not get distracted, okay? Because there's so many information out there. And then if you try to pick all these informations which are available out there, this can drive you crazy, okay? So do not do that. So if I could leave here a suggestion, a hint, this definitely should be like this, like, so do not try to embrace the world, embrace your world, your world, your niche.
What a quote. Wow, that's great. I'm sure that it will help others also.
Definitely. I also hope so.
So the next question is, how is LinkedIn different from the other platforms? I think we have already said that, because there is something like, algorithm is different, algorithms are different. Facebook is more about the memes, Instagram is more about the showing off the property and the bodies. There's a thing, model game. And LinkedIn is all about the useful stuffs and the healthy stuff, where you learn many different topics and many different things. And Twitter is also like LinkedIn in the blog space, like personal short blogs. So I think we have already said that.
Yeah. If there's at least one thing that I would like to add to that thing that's discussion that we had regarding the main differences between LinkedIn and other social medias, is regarding that LinkedIn, okay, even though it's not number one in numbers of subscribers here, worldwide, but it's number one in social media, in all social media, in leads of B2B. So it means that if you want to make business, there is no better place to be rather than LinkedIn. No. So if you want to start your business, go for LinkedIn.
Great. That's the power of LinkedIn. Next question is, sorry, it is not a question, it's just like
you give some advice and tips to the Gen Zs and the millennials out there who are just starting the LinkedIn content creation and about to start.
Yeah, I would say, first of all, try to identify your niche. Yes, so something that you are either good at, or something, or any field that you want to learn more. Okay, so you don't need to be an authority since the beginning. You don't need to really you don't have to be an expert in any field. You only have to have passion about it, because when you have passion about it, and it's easier also for you to teach others and also learn from others. Okay, so I would say the very first thing, just identify your niche, something that you are either that you have like some mastery in something that you are really good at, or something that you necessarily is not good at, but something that you are passionate about, that you want to learn more, and you are providing people with your contribution, your own insights on it.
Okay. I think we have already talked about the LinkedIn stuffs, and yeah, there is a lot of information in this podcast about the LinkedIn content creation and the secrets. Like people used to say, secrets. There is nothing secrets like that. You have to work on it. You have to, hone the skill of social media game, and after sometimes you will get habituated about the things which is currently maybe for you it's
tougher
tougher.
than the things which you already do, like surfing Netflix and watching YouTube. This is great. This is something which you should do, but you should try the new things like content creation. And if you are learning something, like I have been learning the web development and coding related stuffs like programming. So I used to post the programming stuffs on LinkedIn and Twitter. So yeah, you also should do something like that. If you are learning something, if you are gaining any knowledge about some different topics, and it's better to share it on public, whether it's just useful or just simple thoughts about something. You just share it. Sharing is caring. That's so. Here in the good notes, we have to end the LinkedIn part of our podcast.
Thanks, Cristiano. Thanks a lot for sharing this informative and useful information.
And see you in the next one. Goodbye.